Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
That is caught at the 7. Touchdown. Blake Jarwin from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Fournette, a first down carry. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A handoff to Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Leonard Fournette. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On the run, it's Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Brady now to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Brady going to go on fourth down. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski.
And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Brady's going to sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the two-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and, boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This is Tony Pollard.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Interesting. He told us that he likes to run right more than left, but there he looked pretty comfortable going left for a big gain, Charles.
Kind of like a basketball player who has a dominant side that he dribbles to. But the ability to cross that over, change it up, and break a tendency can often lead to great results, as we just saw there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And Ndamukong Suh unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on fourth. This to Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there on the catch and run. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll throw again. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught. As he convert here for two. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to O.J. Howard. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Room here to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check flag 45. Check flag 45. I got you. 45 is the mark. Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A touchdown is a must here, but of course beware of leaving too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. It's 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. To throw, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Elliott on first down to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Elliott. Oh, what a move. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker.
You know,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Being chased. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Toss left to Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
This is Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Elliott, toss right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Rodgers.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Pollard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Elliott. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
All runs
things on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second and 2. Prescott now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers again now. Dancing to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jabril Cox just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has...
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. Nifty move. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running right through him.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Tannehill on first down. Check down here for Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Henry. Trevon Diggs getting the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
But Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack. Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Elliott running right. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again to Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the line. On 3rd down, it's Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones, fine work there on the touchdown run.
And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, some strong running. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. After the sack on first down, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Pollard to return from the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield.
Now those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Call that work for me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure some...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw, it's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down at 4, Rodgers finding room to the 20. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
173 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Into the secondary again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
So these two teams matching each other score for score. This last touchdown, that bumps the lead back to 7 with the extra point to come.
And it's a heck of a way to play, isn't it, partner? You feel good about it because you continue to keep the lead and your offense keeps scoring, but you sure would like your deep.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMonte Casey. There he goes, right side. Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up
with the Washington football team.
Now, this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
To throw is Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Play action now. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Hill.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Kamara.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Now Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jameis again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas. 42 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
Elliott a first down and more. The 40. 20.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. From the gun, Winston rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys